This video is brought to you by AmerUSA.com, where you can screen tenants 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In this episode, we will be discussing Massachusetts landlord tenant laws. The following is a summary of landlord tenant laws in the state of Massachusetts as they apply to residential rental property. Topics include disclosures, withholding rent, the right to enter, security deposits, eviction, increasing rent, and more. Required disclosures. Move-in checklist. If a security deposit is required, the landlord must give the tenant a move-in checklist. Insurance. Upon a tenant's request, a landlord has 15 days to furnish the name of the company insuring the property against loss or damage by fire, the amount of coverage, and the name of the person or entity that would receive payment if a claim is made. Security deposit limit. The maximum equivalent of 1 month's rent may be charged for a security deposit. A signed receipt must be provided with the landlord's, agent's, and tenant's names, along with the amount and property description. Within 30 days, the landlord must then disclose the bank name and deposit location, including the account number where the security deposit is kept. Security deposit interest. Tenants have the right to receive 5% interest on the security deposit per year, or the amount of interest paid by the bank, which must be located in Massachusetts. Interest should be paid yearly and within 30 days of the termination date. It does not accrue for the last month rent was paid. Deadline for returning a security deposit. After the tenant moves out and returns the keys, the deposit must be returned within 30 days. Late fees. A late fee, including interest on past due rent, cannot be charged until 30 days after the due date. Earlier remedies will be discussed under the heading Terminating Tenancy and Eviction in just a minute. Increasing rent. A minimum of 30 days advance notice, or the interval between the days of payment, is required to change a month-to-month tenancy. A longer lease term must specifically address increasing the rent for it to be enforceable. Withholding rent. A landlord must be notified in writing of any problem affecting the habitability of the unit or health and safety of the tenant. If the landlord fails to start in 5 days or contract the repairs and finish within 14 days, the tenant may either withhold rent until the repairs have been made or hire a professional to fix them and deduct up to 4 months' rent to pay for the repairs. The repairs must be reasonable. Receipts will be required. Terminating tenancy and eviction. An unconditional 14-day notice to quit may be served on a tenant in an at-will tenancy after receiving 2 notices to pay rent or quit within 12 months. A conditional 14-day notice to cure or quit may be used for unpaid rent. And an immediate notice to quit may be used for when a tenant holds over at the end of a lease term. The right to enter. The landlord must give the tenant reasonable notice to make repairs according to the Massachusetts Sanitary Code. But as a general rule, a landlord should provide a reasonable notice for any type of entry. For more information, additional laws and articles can be found at AmericanLandlord.com.